Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. So, if you are unfamiliar about the state of Arizona is in a very cold conflict, similar of what we have been going through in 2020. So apparently Kari Lake is very frustrated with the defeat, or her defeat in the gubernatorial election, and the victory of Katie Hobbs. Questions? Well, we gotta go deep into that election. The election of 2022 Arizona gubernatorial election. It's Kari Lake winning the election by a point. I think, well, that is pretty decisive. Here. It is called for Katie. Now, Kari Lake, we have to zoom in. Kari Lake got a lot of support. She got support from Tulsi Gabbard. She got support from, who else here? She got support from Tulsi. She got support from Youngkin. So she was labeled a star, and she is sort of a star, to be tell the truth. She is kind of a big old star. Looking at this election here, you'll see that it's been pretty much a status quo, but you'll see right towards the end here, Kari Lake taking the lead from August here. This made a lot of people saying that Kari Lake would win. And it says here, we have a few polls saying that Real Clear Politics calling this election for Kari Lake. 538, 49%, 270 to win, 48%, compared to 46%. So many sources predicted a Republican victory, although it has, I would say, a lot of more sources predicted a Republican victory. And once again, this was more of a ripple. Polls were more extravagant. Very wrong. And it's kind of surprising to see that Adam Laxalt, who did very well in his run for senator, losing it by inches. So it was very surprising. But also, you gotta think, oh, well, Hobbs has had this lead here. Well, problem with that is there was no early voting. Well, Hobbs managed to have a little area right here, so probably people that voted in August. I don't know if there's voting in August, but early voting, whenever early voting starts, you need to get in the lead and hold that lead for the rest of the time. You have more likely chances in winning. Now, I am not from Arizona. I do not know when they started, early voting starts in Arizona. Therefore, I cannot tell you when. But all I can tell you is you had higher chances in winning. You need to hold the majority. You need to hold the majority in the polls by the time early voting starts. Now, you can't really help what people think of you. That means you gotta campaign harder. So, looking here, pretty much of a status quo. And you'll see, Lake and Hobbs, kind of a dual show. So yeah, I can see why Kari Lake is disappointed. Why she lost. And all I do know is in Arizona, there has been some fishy stuff going on. Can I say it's election fraud? Technically, no. We do not have proof yet. So what we're seeing here is I had a friend in Arizona, in Phoenix, complaining about the voting machines. Most of them were, a good majority were shut down. They were malfunctioning, quote unquote. Now this friend of mine believes, I don't know what she's saying, but she was pretty upset. She was pretty upset about this machines. And this happened in Arizona last year too. And it's like, okay. And I can understand why she's frustrated. And I'd be angry too. Because this is an election. All this, you could have spent all this months making sure that these machines were operating the correct way. And then, so there's obviously no excuse for this. It's outrageous. And therefore, in this part of the story, I kind of feel the struggle. Yes, this is very frustrating that there were a lot of malfunctions in these machines. Now, Kari Lake. Now, what she needs to do is what happened to Republicans when they denied the election in 2020. They started. This made them look bad. Okay, this made them look bad. Republicans had the election denier label sticker on them, and ultimately, it dwindled down from there. So the question is, although this election is very disputed, very controversial, if Republicans want to win in the future, especially in 2024, Kari Lake might have to surrender here. Kari Lake, the more opposition she is, the more opponents she's creating, the less chance that the Arizona Republican Party is going to create a future in the state. So it is kind of concerning. So the best thing to do is to walk away and try again next year. Who knows? Kari Lake could run for senator in 2024. Shrug it off. Run for senator in 2024. And who knows? Maybe the Biden administration would do more disastrous stuff that Arizonans are really frustrated, and it goes red. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is the more Lake resists, the more opposition she is creating. And possible results. And this could result to a 2024 outcome for Democrats in the state. This would ultimately hurt Republicans. So this is all on Lake's hands right now and her behavior. So that is that. I do think Katie Hobbs, I know, recognizably, I don't think Kari Lake is going to get this lawsuit. I'm seeing the lawsuit has been struck down by this judge challenging the election results. So and yeah, Kari Lake's starting to make a lot of, and also it's not just her; it's also the other election in Arizona. There was other election. This was one of the Arizona had to recount. I think it was the treasurer. We can check. No, Republicans won in that one. I'm trying to think. I think it's Attorney General. They had to recount. They was super close. Only 100 votes were disputed. Like 100 some. No, this is the same one. Yeah, this one. Abraham Hamada also filed filed an election lawsuit. Also, this here was very disputed. Arizona state law says that you need to recount votes. We need to recount the votes if they are too close, like 100 apart. It says here, Maya's winning by 600-ish votes compared to Hamada's 102. So that is the Arizona Attorney General. And it says, going to the polls too, yes. Interestingly, Hamada had a lead all the way through, except for this period. This is probably why Maya's won this election. This period right here. In the end, it doesn't matter who votes on election day. It matters how much votes you get in the early voting period. October. That's the early voting period. Guess what? Maya's took a lot of votes up here. Although Abraham Hamada had a swift lead all the way through October, regained the lead by October 23rd. So, yeah, you cannot trust the polls. You cannot put faith in the polls. Please, please, please do not trust the polls. In the 2024 election, ultimately, I would say this election, both sides have a chance. Little plus for Republicans. Basically, incumbents, especially Biden, who is struggling with approval rating. Republicans could have potentially win. But once again, it depends on who you put in there. And Democrats, they're really good at shooting down Republican fighter jets, I like to call them. They like shooting down the objective. They like shooting down those Republican smear attacks. They're really good at aiming. They know what will make them look bad, and they're going to keep pushing. It's like and I'm just saying, if Trump gets nominated, Democrats will probably keep. Trump still has that January 6th wound, and Democrats are going to continue picking on it. They could continue to pick until it bleeds, and it goes from there. So once again, encourage you all to, most of the Republicans here, to really think, who can win? Who do you think can win? Who do you think can beat Biden? Who do you think can beat the Democrats in 2024? Same thing with Democrats. Ultimately, if Democrats want to win, they probably shouldn't re-elect Joe Biden. They shouldn't even choose Bernie. No Bernie, because he is too far to the left, too populistic. He has had a negative footprint. He is someone influential, like Barack Obama. I don't think Barack Obama would run again, but if he could, I mean, there's nothing stopping him. He's very well known. He can serve another 4 years. Seeing that he can serve a non-consecutive term as president, seeing that he has awaited 4 years till he runs again. So, what do you guys think about this? Once again, a very controversial issue. I'm hoping this issue really dials down. I hope it fades away. I am not paying attention to this issue. This is Arizona's problem. Republicans in Arizona's problem. Although I know a lot of you guys are concerned, some Republicans, fellow Republicans everywhere are concerned. I know many of Republicans were cheering on for Kari Lake and were excited for Kari Lake. Tulsi Gabbard, Glenn Youngkin, most Republicans endorsed Kari Lake. I'm very excited. A lot of momentum for her campaign. However, as for the lawsuit goes, I don't see everyone carrying. I don't see I don't even see Trump carrying out, commenting much about the lawsuit that Kari Lake has put in front of the government in Arizona. It comes to places, it's now Arizona's problem. Arizona is the center of attention, and once again, if Republicans want to do well in 2024, they're gonna have to give up at some point. There's no plan. If this lawsuit is struck down, and it has been struck down, it's game over. Kari Lake can run for senator, U.S. senator. It's pretty much open seat with Kirsten Sinema being an independent. We have Democrats and Republican vacancies on both parties. They can basically run again. So, what do you guys think about this? Heated issue, a disturbing issue. I will tell you this, it's pretty disturbing. So, because it affects both political parties in different ways. And anyway, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next political episode.